Wednesday, Soul Wednesday. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It to You Straight. We are live once again. Another beautiful Wednesday is upon us. Humble and grateful and thankful for another day. How about you? My mind is filled with gratitude and appreciation. Uh, it is time to make appreciation, gratitude a part of your routine as you start to awaken. And so we start with a beautiful gratitude card, especially when it comes to moments of uncertainty. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Happy birthday to all my beautiful Leos. Good morning and welcome to another live. How are you today? Calling in your energy. All right. So whether you're going through a confusing time, all right, whether you're seeking some kind of understanding in your relationships, guidance, or just support from the universe, or you need motivation or some inspiration, you are just trying to connect to your higher self, you're in the right place for the moment. So thank you for trusting within me. Your time and energy matters to me. So I welcome beautiful star family. We're going to get straight into some cosmic truth. And once again, I want to begin with a deep gratitude and appreciation for you all. Your presence here is not random, it is aligned. Thank you for your openness, your curiosity, your willingness to grow. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, and trust within me. Once again, this sacred space is all because of all our shared intentions. And I honor the journey that you're on, the courage that takes to seek truth. And I'm grateful that our path will cross once again in this moment. And may what we build here continue to nourish and uplift us all. Your support is felt and your energy matters. Good morning. What's the news? The awakened soul. Some gratitude. Today, we're just going to uncover the awakened soul. All right? Uncovering the awakened soul here, that begins when it'll cancel everything out. Okay? So it'll cancel all the confusion. And so enter in this moment with gratitude. All right? Remember that the awakened, they no longer fall in love. They rise into it. All right? When you find this quiet place, when you create the sanctuary, the sacred space, it's all about you, your relationship to something higher than your ego. Your ego is going to try to confuse you. Wants things a certain way. Where does your ego controls you? All right. And so understand that gratitude is magic. Setting boundaries. When you look at things from a mystical experience, from perspective, it's just transformation and inner wisdom. Connecting to something that can't really understand. All right. Whether you have visions, synchronicities, coincidence, spiritual awakening, it's about a union between you and the divine. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. How does it feel when I'm in alignment? Okay, because if you feel stuck, frustrated, heavy, cynical, constantly forcing outcomes, all right? When you align yourself with the highest vibrational frequencies of the universe, right, you start to feel gratitude, easy, joy, peaceful. All right. You start attracting like-minded individuals. All right. So then, in the essence, your alignment is a state of being you, truly happy in harmony with your deepest self. And of course, that is a powerful concept for personal growth and fulfillment. Okay. So remember, as you align with the wisdom of the stars and the rhythm of the universe, the stars remember your path. Walk with gratitude, walk with trust, and move in harmony with the divine timing and celestial order. As the stars align, so does your body, your mind, and your spirit. Remember that you are guided, protected, and calibrated by cosmic intelligence. Today is all about the awakened soul energy. And we're going to tap right into that energy. But first, let's go with some gratitude. You know, gratitude is your anchor, it's your superpower. And it helps you keep those emotional pieces into place. All right. Of course, your mind is going to wonder. Hey, one. Hey, Viper. A moment of gratitude. When we start using our discernment, we start recognizing what truly nourishes All right, versus what is depleting you. All right. Dignity. A lot of people don't like dignity. Dignity is just a part of you that refuses to betray your soul just to keep a connection, approval, or temporary comfort. All right. Learn a little bit about dignity. Those are words that you could just put into your vocabulary. All right. Don't see it as like this old. You got to be in your 60s or 70s. No, you can start with your dignity now. Your self-respect. All right. Stop compromising your dignity to keep comfort, to keep a relationship that has taught you a lesson at the end of the day, right? When you recognize your dignity from a tarot perspective, it's often reflected through the cards of justice, moral alignment, truth and balance, strength, calm power, and self-mastery. The emperor, structure and standards. All right? The Hierophant, values and ethical principles, the world, wholeness, and inner completion. Okay? You don't have to wait till you're in your 60s to be like, oh, I got my dignity and respect. You can start now. Okay? Don't let that word confuse you. Gratitude is a superpower. It anchors you in your awareness. You don't empty your mind. You anchor your awareness while you're learning. All right? Your dignity is that part of you that refuses to betray your soul just to keep a connection, approval, or temporary comfort. It's just that simple. Remember a time when you were comforted in a moment of sadness. All right? Let's get this person out of here. Not today. Not today. Go deal with your demons, with that part of you that hasn't integrated. All right? Let's get you out of here. Go deal with your darkness somewhere else. All right? Go deal with it. Won't be today. Come back on Sunday. I'll teach you a couple of lessons here. All right? So understanding. I'm gonna give you some cosmic energy. Go deal with your darkness somewhere else. All right? Anyway, so again, the dignity, that part of you that refuses to betray your soul, it shows up here a lot. In the justice, in the emperor, in the strength, in the Hierophant, and in the world. Okay? It shows up here. All right? And authenticity is not wearing a mask. Okay? To earn love, consistency, your character remaining steady over time, honoring, protecting what is sacred to your spirit. All right? Not every opinion defines your identity. All right? If you have the courage to maintain your principles under pressure. All right? Be mindful. Let's see. All right, Shama. What's the news? What is the news for today? Those that like some some drama. All right, we got what's the news for those that are still in the drama energy. That's what gets you going. Hey, come on in. I welcome you. The awakened soul energy here. One of the things about raising your vibration, I don't raise my vibration by reaching upwards. I raise my vibration by releasing what isn't true. What isn't true? Hey, Duncan. What's up, Dunk? Hey, son. What's going on? We raise the vibration by releasing what isn't true. And that's why it feels quiet. It's not euphoric. Why clarity raises vibration goes automatically. When you get clear on what you want, your vibration is automatically going to raise. Okay? When your perception is clean, you waste less energy. All right? Less energy interpreting. You stop leaking energy into fantasy or fear. All right? You stop leaking energy into fantasy or fear. All right? Can I get a quick read? You have a question? Go ahead. If you have a question, sweetie, go ahead. All right? So at the end of the day, stop leaking your energy into fantasy or fear. Your nervous system settles when you're calm. All right? Low energy is calm. High energy, high frequency. All right? Stability. Chaos is loud, but is dense. Okay? So the archetype here, the temperance, again, it's not excitement. It's not withdrawal. It's regulating your aliveness, fire, and the water all together without steam explosion. All right? What is shifting? When your vibration rises, you'll notice less attraction to drama. All right? Fewer words needed. People either relax around you or get agitated. Period. That's it. All right? So understand what your energy is all about. All right. Fewer words needed. People either relax around you or they get agitated. Time and improve without effort. Things comes towards you instead of needing to pursue. That is not magic. That is just coherence. You're becoming a little bit more aware. All right. Can I get a message from the angels through you? Like, can I get a message from angels through you? All right. Hello, sounds like continue to work things out romantically. Hector. Who's that? Hey, Hector. Hello. Should I continue to work things out romantically with Hector? Give me your sign. What is your sign? All right. I'll give you a message. But I'm in the awakened soul energy. All right. This is the energy that is in we are engaging with today. All right. And so as we oh, all right. All right. Name's Natasha. Hey, Natasha. Hey, Leo. All right. So yeah. Again, you don't raise your vibration by reaching upwards. You raise it by releasing what isn't true. Okay? That's gonna bring you clarity. All right? Like clarity raises your vibration automatically. It's gonna. So if you're stuck in confusion, okay? So good morning. If it's morning where you are, yeah. Where you look. I'm in the States. Yeah, it is 8 o'clock. Eight is I think a little bit over 8. It's 8:12. All right. Understanding that part of your dignity and your self-respect, your self-worth, understanding you don't need the approval or the temporary comforts trying to get you out of that because you're going to be forced to it anyway. All right. How the awakened soul happens. The awakened soul is less attachment, more clarity, and things that once control you. All right. Approval, fear, ego. They'll have less grip on you. They're not gone, but you see more clearly. All right, you aren't ruled by them. Okay, same here, northeast. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead with the awakened soul, and I'm gonna continue to talk about the awakened soul. What is it? How do I know what's happening with me? How do I heal? How do I understand myself when I have too much structure? When I feel trapped. All right, too much structure will help you. It'll keep you stagnated. All right. Let's go ahead. Duncan, I'm gonna give you an awakened soul, okay? And from here, let's see what message comes out for you. Are you ready? All right. Are you ready? So today, focus on letting go of habits, thoughts, and commitments that have run their course. Finish unfinished business and clear physical, emotional clutter. We got the sun in Leo that continues to move through Leo, encouraging confidence, creativity, and authentic self-expression. Tomorrow, Mercury will be going into Leo. All right, the moon it's in its last quarters phase, and a turning point between the full moon and the new moon. It is time to release, reflect, and realignment, rather than starting something completely new. Are you here? What does he does that when he comes in? If you're here, come back in. Come back in. Come back in so I can give you. Now I'm going to move forward. All right. Duncan comes in. You stop. You got to learn how to relax. You got to learn how to relax your mind when you come in. All right. Is he here or did he leave? You got to relax. You got to relax your mind when you come in. All right. I'm not going to rearrange everything to give you an angel card. I'm in the awakened soul. All right. You're going to have a lot of good things going on in your house. All right, let me go ahead with Natasha. Natasha, let's go ahead. Let's pin your question, Natasha. Hello. Should I continue to work things out romantically with Hector? Let's go ahead with your question. All right. I'm going to give you an awakened soul. Okay. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the channel. Come back in, Natasha. Natasha, come back in. All right, let's give you an awakened soul. Because the awakened soul is less attachment, more clarity, and then forcing things that control you. All right? So at least understand a little bit. When you start seeing more clearly, you aren't ruled by approval, fear, ego, and they have less grip on you. All right. So when you understand you have a strong sense of connection, that many describe feeling more connected to other people, nature, or something bigger than yourself. All right. And so we frame it as unity or oneness, living more intentional choices become less uh select. Let me see. Am I currently is high? Hello, hi. I'm currently working out. Oh, good for you. Good morning, good morning. Divine morning to you all. Let's go ahead. Let's tap into your frequency. The awakened soul. I will go with what's the news. You just want a yes or no, but I want to see what is your soul calling you? All right, this is a soul alignment energy. Trust in your gravity. All right, that part of you that is centered. All right, everything rearranges for you, but you might not be aware of it. Okay, everything has a organizing. One more. Yes, Natasha. One more. One more. One more. One more. I'm also going to talk about the Torah codes. So you got perseverance. Oh wow. All right. So this is like the 9. I'm also going to talk about the Torah codes. You need a cleanse. You need some cleansing. All right. You're going to do that over the full moon. How long you been around this person? Because you got like the 9 of Wands. You want to keep moving forward. All right. Yeah. So my angel powers activated in the activated yet chat. All right. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna talk about the Torah codes and the library. The key to your subconscious. All right. I'm gonna bring it really heavy and really clear. Okay. It's gonna be heavy and clear. So get ready for that. We're going into the Torah codes. We're gonna go into something so beautiful. All right. All right. Are you a facilitator of change? What are you doing? What is on your checklist? All right. Are you gonna shift from secret fixer to facilitator? Right. You're an emotional first responder. Where are you at? All right. When Francis goes spiritual out of this spiral out of control. All right. Are you there? All right. All right. Let's go ahead. Should you continue to work with Hector? All right. I see here. I see you want to. I see you want to move forward despite of challenges. All right. So let's see here what you get. You might get the 9 of Wands. All right. So you got cleansing and perseverance. All right. One more. One more. Listen, one more. One more. One more. Jenny, I don't speak this. What is this to you, Jenny? Yeah, the Star, the 2 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. All right, so you passed the 9 of Wands. Yeah, you didn't get the 9 of Wands because you are planning. You're planning something here. Are you gonna let them back in? You're gonna let them back in. All right, so you got the Star. Yeah, there's difficulty renewing after difficulty. All right, so you in the 2 right now. All right, you got the emotional horizon after difficulty. One thing about tarot, it doesn't take you straight to the 10 of Cups. It doesn't take you straight. It lets you process. All right, it honors process. It doesn't bypass the truth. All right. So right now, postpone. All right. Natasha. All right. Don't make no decisions right now. I don't know if you're feeling pressure. All right. A lot of times it shows up when we pressure to make a decision. I don't know if either to let this person back in. You're gonna let them back in your house. Are they moving in with you? All right. Because it's a plan. You're planning something here. So I don't know exactly what it is because I seen the 2 of Wands and I also so you're back to the 2. All right, but don't make no decisions yet because you got the 10 of Cups is the emotional horizon. I can't wait to have the fulfillment here, but remember that it takes slowly. All right, don't commit. Don't make too big commitments. Yeah, you've been unsure, but do they live with? I mean, I get a little personal only because I want to know where you at. I'm afraid to even pick this card. Gift. All right. And your intuition. And all right. So I feel here, yeah, but if you're not unsure, like, don't make no decisions based on. Postpone your truth right now. All right? But yeah, you can move forward with this person. All right? But you got to have these conversations. No worries. All right? Okay, because I see here planning here. All right? When I see this energy. All right? This is my planner card. Okay? This is when I know I can't stay here. I don't know if they can stay somewhere. All right? The 8 of Wands right behind it. I don't know if this is gonna happen within the next 8 days or into or in by mid August. There's a decision that's gotta be made here by August. I don't know if they're renewing a lease. There's a renewal here. I don't know if it's renew. There's something about a lease, a home. There's something going on, but I don't want to get into that. So the question is, yes, people really believe in these Pokemon cards, these dictators, anything in your life that's any sense, man. Go ahead. And you're here. And you're here because you don't understand something. You're here because you're lacking awareness. At some point, you wish that you knew and you had the energy. Go back to where, go back and go yell at the wind today. It's not today. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go do something useful with your time. Go do something useful. Go educate somebody. Go to the library. Go somewhere. It's not going to be here today. All right? But anyway, yeah. Okay, the one of the things about the star is about hope for the future. It's inspiration. You don't want to say nothing to stay inspired. All right, inspiration comes from outside. All right, I don't know exactly what's happening here. I don't want to get into the whole thing with you. So, what truth are you postponing? Hey, Jamaica. All right. I think he doesn't really understand what Pokemon cards are about. I don't think he understands symbolism. So, Natasha, the star cards are about renewal and hope for the future. So there is hope with this person. But one thing about tarot, it doesn't bypass the truth. All right? Don't feel pressure here to make a decision right now. You understand? That's the only thing I can tell you. But yeah, you're going to move forward with it anyway because you got perseverance. All right? So you got the 8 of Wands there right behind the 2. All right? And the 2 is a planner card. It's like you forever laying out these plans. All right? And you don't know how to share. There's some things that you don't know how to share. Emotional, right? There's something here. I don't know if you understand it or not. All right? But your answer is clear. Yeah, you could give this person another chance. All right? But though after these blindfolds come off, they don't stay on forever. All right? This is a time for you to gather information and write down your feelings. So when you express yourself, you have a healthy way of expressing yourself. All right? And then check for inspiration because you don't want things to stay just in inspiration only. All right? See what they have to offer, what they have to bring to the table. You don't have to do everything. You understand? And so that's basically what the energy looks like here for you. All right? Yep. Da-da-da-da-da. Understood? All right, because I'm saving a lot of the stuff for the channel members, like how to express yourself. How do you resolve this 2? How do you resolve the 2? You have the 2 right now. All right. So there's gonna be a lot of negotiation. I don't know if you're tired of the negotiation, but there's a lot of negotiation. Where they're gonna live, are they gonna stay? And so, but remember that your soul, no, just as long as you do the cleansing, all right. Make sure you do a good thorough cleansing. All right? Just do your cleansing. It's giving it to you right here. All right? Remember that you get pulled. Don't go by. Remember that the feeling is in the mind. All right? So the embodiment lives in the body, and you are about the feelings. Don't make decisions based on temporary feelings. All right? With that being said, I thank you so much. Just stay tuned for more breaking the cards down in the soul's journey. Okay? No, this is nothing. I didn't give you what I normally give because I want to move the energy forward. You got to understand your soul's journey. And when you're living more intentionally, choices become less reactive and more aligned with what's true or meaningful rather than just habitual or expected. All right. So what it's telling you there. So what it's telling you there is worth keeping grounded here. Awakening is impermanent enlightenment state where everything becomes perfect. It's very much processed, sometimes confusing, sometimes uncomfortable. Where awareness is going to increase over time. All right. So you don't want to jump into that 10 of cups. It's not like don't wait for things to be perfect. You understand me? You understand me? This is a healing card, all right? And this shows up in the, of course, the star is the divine inspiration, all right? And hope is going to remind you that healing and renewal are available, all right? Rather than what? Okay? Something quick available. No, it doesn't work like that, all right? So everything is over time, all right? If I say anything that states an inspiration and I'm not really living that my truth, all right, it's all about living your truth. And all right, next person. Thank you so much, Natasha. All right, blessings to you. Blessings, blessings. Just clean your space, especially over the new and full moons. All right. Hey, greetings. Hey, hey, Aries, spiritual guidance. What's up? All right. We have a Mercury moving into Mercury's gonna be moving into Leo, and then of course Venus is moving into Libra, and it's gonna bring you accountability and truth, reciprocity, and of course balance back into your life. All right. So understand what the energy's at with Venus being its ruling planet. All right. It's gonna restore that balance back. All right. It doesn't last that long, but you get to make choices, different choices here, and you get to carry that energy forward. All right. So you have to do the work. Duncan, I don't know. You left. You left. I don't know why you ask for energy and then you leave. Why do you do that? All right. Not today, please. Not today. All right. We gotta keep our mind. We gotta be mindful. All right. So you ask for energy, I'm not gonna give you no more energy. And so, all right. When we look at that's it, no more questions. All right, let's get into the awakened soul. And then I'm gonna do a collective. I'm gonna do all 12 zodiac signs. Let me see. Aries. I just done a breakup with my person, and I'm wondering if we will ever get back together soon. I'm trying to see if he really is if wait. I'm trying to see if he is really going to be moving out tomorrow, or if he will try to make amends. Oh, he threatened you that he threatened you with moving? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Don't come in and at least say, "Hey, I gotta help my uncle." Don't come in with the impulse. No, 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 no. But you always do that. You always ask for energy and you leave. Don't do that. Let me pin your question. You gotta come back in. Come back in, okay? Let's be mindful that you're not the only person here. All right. I appreciate you, but we're gonna nice and calm, okay? If you ask for energy, stays. All right. I don't like people. Nobody really throws me off my game, but you do it a little too much. You do it a little too much. All right. Not everything's about you, Leo. Not everything's about you. That is so annoying. Leave us alone. Oh boy. Boy, my back, my neck. Let me see if I can work with this. I like this chair better because it's faster. The other one is big and it gets stuck. All right, I just done breaking up with him. All right, you ready? I feel lost and restless. We all need help. We all need help. We gotta be mindful. Just be mindful when you come in. I'm not here to babysit. All right, be mindful. You've been here long enough. All right, let's take ourselves seriously. All right, let's go ahead. All right, we all need it. Okay, let's see where you are in your soul's journey. All right, in the awakened soul. I have what's the news. Okay, what's the news for today? All right, we have what's the news. Let's go ahead. Trying to see what will end up happening. I know you gotta relax. Just relax. I appreciate you too. Thank you for trusting your energy within me. Of course, this sacred space exists because of all our shared intentions to grow, to evolve, and to love more consciously. Love is a force that's within us all, right? And it doesn't it doesn't behave, all right? It doesn't behave. I think I explained that so many times here, but I'm going to do a whole reading about love, energy, emotions, fear, and that's going to be really, really good. Right now, we're with the awakened soul energy, okay? Don't worry about it. You're going to be okay, all right? I just pray that you enjoy good health and that all your plans, that it'll be successful, that you remember that the divine timing is always best, okay? That it gives you the desires of your heart and that all your plans succeed, right? Remember that he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. One thing about sacred text is really good to practice, get some, study some gratitude, practice some gratitude, right? One more. Thank you. One more. May peace, may you be filled with peace, and may your dreams be guided by your gentle light and wisdom in your soul, okay? Authenticity, all right? I support women. All right. So this is about the evolution, all right? This is all about our evolution as a human, all right? Working, I don't know. So, and dream. So because you're Aries, you got Neptune, all right? What are your dreams telling you? I don't know if you've been having a lot of dreams, but you do got Neptune in your house. I believe it's still there. All right? You got to see, a lot of people get that when it comes to authenticity. All right? And our evolution. So one thing about the higher stuff and the ego. All right? Because part of our evolution, it shows up in the death card. All right? So we've obviously become more aligned with truth. Not louder, not harder, just clearer. All right? So, okay? So just relax. Know what's going on in your first house. Okay. When things don't feel so loud, right? Everything that's happening in your life is just for your consciousness to evolve, to grow. All right. That's how the soul evolves anyway. All right. When you look at contrast, growth requires comparison. The soul evolves by experiencing polarity. Okay. So just watch with their words match their actions. One more. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to start doing next week what is leaving you and what is entering you. We're going to look at the wheel, okay? We're going to look at the divine. And we're going to be doing what's leaving you, what's entering you. One more. One more. What should be happening in your life? All right, one more. One more. One more. And thank you. All right, here we go. Uh, uh, wow. All right. So your question was, so you got the Knight of Wands, you got the Six of Swords, uh, and you got the Fool. All right. So because the Eight of Wands came out first, this person is gonna come back. Then are they still with you? Are we winning? Let me see, what was your question again? Because I just done breaking up with my person, and I'm wondering if we will ever get back. Yeah, you're gonna get back together with this person. All right. Uh, he's probably gonna leave for a couple of days and come back. He's gonna come back. Nah, he's gonna come back. I don't know exactly what happened. This is all about impulse. All right. I don't think they don't like following rules here. All right. They don't like following rules. So they leave with a little bag. They left with a little backpack. All right. One thing about the Fool, they want freedom. They want freedom. He slept over his brother's house, I believe. Yeah. He's coming back. If he doesn't come back today, in a couple of days, all right? And the Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity here. And one thing about the Pentacle is the being of ground, seeing something tangible, something real. You understand me? So did we just win? All right. Let me get this out here. All right. So yeah, it's always temporarily with this the Fool card. All right. How do we win this game? All right, Miss God of Chaos, we gotta relax. But anyway, everything is temporary here when I get this energy. You always see this when people it's like your person wants freedom, but his freedom is chaos. And then you go back into this. After this zero, after this loop closes, you go into the Strength card. All right? Six of Swords moving forward. Another Ace. Then the Structure. Then the Devil. And then the Two of Cups. All right? So you're going to have to go through this a few more times. All right? Because it requires discipline here. All right? I don't know if they don't like rules and stuff. All right? Do you think he is actually going to live out of my house with the U-Haul is being, he is, I don't know. I don't see it here. Nah, I think this is just a lot of blah, 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 blah. This is a lot of talk. You guys been texting and talking? All right? So yes, but they come back here because this is although you got too many new opportunities coming in. All right? You got too many aces. Aces are all about, huh? Yeah, he's bluffing. But come back and let me know here. Because you got the re-entry here with the Two of Cups and this energy. All right? The Two of Cups is, of course, a very delicate. Somebody's very delicate here at the end of the day. All right? I hope he comes to his damn. Yeah, he is. I think that, I don't know. Listen, the thing is that he doesn't like the rules that you have. All right? He doesn't like the rules. He doesn't really follow the rules. He doesn't. Good morning, Erica. He doesn't like this rules here. You give him you're very strict here with him. All right? He doesn't like that. All right? Just try to limit your restrictions, where he could go, where he could talk to his friends, yada 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 yada. That kind of energy. All right? I know that what this is telling me. All right? Somebody's very strict. So just slow down, calm that down a little bit. All right? That's what happens. All right? Let me see. All he needs to do was keep me posted on going to the, yeah, but he doesn't. You got to understand. Listen, let me tell you something. When you look at this card, you got to learn how to deal with his it's like you're going to have to stop making excuses for him, but you're going to start learning how to modify his behavior in small steps. All right? Not these big changes. It doesn't happen like that. All right? So mature ways to deal with your man-child. All right? You got to learn how to have mature ways to dealing with your man-child. And so they could be burdened by a lot of responsibilities. All right? And so they could be that his environment has a lot of factors. All right? Where he was raised, overbearing parents who enable their independence or contribute to his behavior. All right? You got to understand this energy. Don't restrict him here too much. All right? All he needed is to do was to keep me posted on going. He's not. All right. You got it. You gotta let people breathe. All right. Because it's not one thing about you want to be in a relationship that is it gives you the freedom to be authentic without having to report. All right. Just slow down a little bit. The restrictions here. And that's so where you could go, how long you're gonna be there, who your friends are. You're not raising a, you're not that's not he's not your child. Don't speak to him like you're his mom. All right? Don't do that. But I'll teach that and I'm gonna be teaching that healthy ways to express and how not to you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that's a man child. All right? You want to help steady him. All right? This is what happens. We all do that anyway. All right? You gotta understand that you should trust in your own judgment. All right? Trust your own judgment, and let him have his freedom. All right. When a person's gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat anyway. All right. Instead of me not knowing where he is at that. All right. I don't think you'll get it. I don't think you'll get it. You're not gonna get it right away. All right. I don't want you to be tormented because you're gonna go over and over this energy again. All right. So rescue and a desire. Okay. You got desire at the end. And he's the type to cheat then. He's the type to cheat. He's the type to cheat. He's the type to cheat. All right, then it's time for you to start making some different moves. All right. It's time for you to make some big girl decisions here. All right. Because one thing with the man child, they got poor decision making, and of course irresponsible. They fake ignorance here to try to keep out of a doing something here. But this is deeper than that. All right. When it comes, this is deeper than that. I only want him to tell me where he was going. This is something that you're gonna have to this is something that you're not gonna fix right away. It doesn't happen like that. Just like if he tell me him wait, just like if I tell him where I was going. I know, but when people after a couple look, you're entering the phase of the 7 year itch. All right, you're going into that phase right now, and the only thing that you could do for yourself is be real about why you're with this guy. This is the only thing I could tell you. All right, vote, kick, chat. So one thing about this person, he's a very self-centered person. His self-interest, the self-centered behavior, and when you're dealing with that, they feel like their needs should come before others. All right, they are parents. They are partners that they rely on to manage their problems, solve their problems. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you're dealing with here, okay? And so they avoid responsibility. That's what you're dealing with here. And of course, they're going to face ignorance and procrastinate to get out of doing things. And of course, taking care of their emotional and logistic burdens here. All right? And so that stems from that stems from your childhood, all right? Okay? He hasn't ever cheated on me. All right. All right, I'm gonna move forward, all right? Because I don't think that you understand. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. Right now, you just want a place to vent, but I don't feel like you got nothing to worry about right now. All right, he hasn't never cheated on me. All right, he doesn't drink. He said that he was going to be dropping his friends off at his friend's house from the bar. All right, so don't worry about it. All right. I'm Aries and he is in Aquarius. I haven't seen no growth out of my investment. Wow. And what I do to save what I do save is missing slowly. I've been homeless, sick, and I'm in elements while he is comfortable at his mom's. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, relationships aren't easy, so um there's not that much that I could say here. Okay, and when I look at the energy, where are you now? What are your plans for the future? Are you investing in yourself? You know, structure is important, discipline. All right, and so, all right, You're welcome. Don't worry about it. I mean, at this point, you're not gonna understand what's happening right now. All right. You're not gonna, and I'm not in the energy about the love, the emotion, understanding when we are at the mercy of lost mysterious energy. That's not where I'm in the awakened soul. I thank you for stopping by. Join me when I talk about emotions, love. What is the incredible force behind our love? How it cannot be tamed. How people are not our property. They're not gonna do what we say. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to learn. That's it. We're just here to learn. God bless you too, sweetie. I appreciate you. Go with the next question. There's a lot of things. Listen, the only good thing I'm gonna tell you right now, all right? The only good thing that's happening that Venus is going into the seventh house, which is gonna bring you balance, reciprocity, and accountability. So they're gonna be forced to be accountable. You understand? Venus doesn't let you deal with one-sided relationship. It doesn't. It doesn't. It restores the equilibrium. The scales must be balanced. That's the only good thing that I could give you right now. All right. So you start seeing those transformations. All right. So don't worry about it. He is not prospering right now. You know what it is? Strategy is gonna be. That's gonna be patience right now. Being patient is your strategy. Work with that. Patience is your power. All right. I listen. You talking to some? You listen. You talking to somebody that was in a 17-year cheating relationship. That your person is not cheating. Take that. It's okay. All right. I'm a grandmother. I have a lot of experience here when it comes to love. But trying to find out what love is, trying to make somebody feel fit our ego's plans. That's not the way. All right. Love is about being free. Okay. It's not you. You know. Let them self-select. Okay, and I see them coming back at the end of the day. All right, all I did was trying to my best to tell him how to make amends. Yeah, you don't gotta one. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing that we can't teach people that. All right, when you have healthy, all you need is healthy standards. All right, and they you know, because you are treated with kindness, dignity, and consideration. Right. A lot of people that one of the challenges that we have is honesty. All right. Well, do you feel emotionally and physically safe with him? How do you feel? Do you feel physically and emotionally safe? Because I will have actually questions too. All right. So understand that how to have a more healthy, fulfilling relationship. All right. That is about what you will and will not accept. Okay. It's not about expecting perfection. Huh? Honestly, that's the problem that we have. We don't know how to be honest. All right. So you got to understand, you can't teach somebody. You can that is not going to happen. All right. At the end of the day, we got to teach each other how we want to be loved and treated, not by controlling one another, but through communication, consistency, and boundaries. All right. You don't have to teach someone to value and respect you. All right. You got to teach them your preferences, your needs, and your love language. All right. It's very different here. All right. So it's balance. All right. I'm gonna be teaching a lot, but listen. All right, we can teach somebody how to be responsible. All right, and how they invest their time, their energy over time. All right, just watch out. What you're gonna see now is a lot of accountability. If they apologize and they work on repairing their mistakes, if they support, they encourage your growth instead of holding you back. All right. So you gotta understand a simple way to understand. How do they make you feel? All right. Do they treat you with respect? Do their actions match their words? Can you solve problems together? All right. Do we help each other become better people? All right. It's not about finding some flawless. All right. It's about choosing someone who chooses their character, their values here, their behavior. All right. So everything is in moderation. Everything's modifying here. Let me see. I just wanted him to be honest, and even if he goes elsewhere, to be happy, even if it hurts my feelings, I want to be happy too. But happiness is a choice. So we're going somewhere else. All right. Happiness is all about what? The quality of your thoughts. Okay. You got to train your mind to see the good in everything. All right. You understand me? Because it's a positivity and happiness is a choice, and that depends on the quality of your thoughts here. All right. So I'm gonna leave it there. You get more awareness as you have more experience. All right. I'm gonna leave it there because I don't think we're gonna go around and around. You listen. What's happening right now? You need a place for your emotions. They haven't landed yet. And when they landed, and when the clarity, that's what you need. So you're here, express it. What comes down must come up, and that's it. We're not meant to hold on with a lot of things here, okay? So just learn how to the awakened soul happens, all right? Because what happens is when you start raising your vibration or your 5D consciousness, it blends from over traditions but focuses more on intuition, energy, and personal transformation. All right? When you start in tuning, all right, expanding your awareness and becoming more aligned with your highest sense of self. All right? I'm a little hoarse. But anyway, so less attachment here. At the end of the day, if you need approval, fear, ego, it has less grip on you. All right, you're gonna start seeing more clearly at the end of the day. You're not gonna be ruled by the fear, the ego, and the approval. You don't need that. All right, it's about you building consciousness. All right, awareness, and so by releasing what isn't true. All right, and so let's go ahead and move forward here. I'm gonna get into the for the next question. Go ahead with your next question if you have another question. Let me see. What's the minimum bet here? All right. Erica, you have a question? Erica, go ahead with your question so I can pin it. All right. And we're going to get into, I'm waiting for the high priestess to come out so we could get into, what? We're going to get into the high priestess and the Torah codes. All right. That's what we're going to get into today. We're going to find out the key to the subconscious. That's why nobody has asked me, why you got that key there? What we got that key? What that key's about? I like the retina scars. I collected them. Oh boy. All right, let's go ahead. One more. When we look at the subconscious mind, right? Those hidden parts of the mind that influence thoughts and feelings. All right, very deep. I'm waiting for Erica. Erica Bostic. Erica Bo. All right. Especially when we look at it from a spiritual metaphysical perspective. And of course, those traditions, they teach that the soul is connected to the cosmos in different ways. And so when you look at your soul as a part of a greater universal consciousness, and of course the universe reflects that same creative intelligence, and that exists within you. All right? Let's go ahead. So I'm waiting for her to come in. All right, I'm going to take another break. Erica, if you're here, go ahead and put your question so we could go ahead and tap into your soul and see what's happening in your life. What part of you is ready to let go and you're still holding on. And when we look at your life as part of a larger cosmic journey of learning and exploring growth, when we look at the stars that can remind you that you are part of something much bigger than yourself, all right? And then when we understand, just as the moon moves through its phases, so do we. Some days we're meant to shine brightly, and other days we just call to rest, reflect, and listen, all right? So today's moon phase is in its last quarter, and of course that moon is all about reflecting, right? Let me see. She's not putting her question. No? All right. I'm waiting. I am waiting. Baby, baby, baby. All right. Don't deprive your soul from learning. Don't deprive your soul. Your soul wants to learn. Your ego is getting in the way. So when I speak here, I speak to your ego. I'm not even speaking to your soul. Your soul is this beautiful part that knows there's something there. But your ego said, don't watch that. Don't listen to that. It doesn't know that the soul remembers things, okay? And you're going to miss out on so much. So try to fight it real hard. And if it's not meant for you, just leave. All right, you're not ready. This is not what you're supposed to be. All right, if you get triggered here, then I'm doing my job. All right. If it forces you to grow up, if it forces you to look at yourself deeper, then I'm doing my job. All right. Uh, what are the trans people so angry all the time? Can I ask the cards why are the trans people angry? Well, wow. No, I don't want to tap into that energy. I don't feel like tapping into that energy. Nah, we could ask a different question. That's just stupid. Ask a different questions. Dignity, that part of you that refuses to betray your soul just to keep a connection, approval, or temporary comfort. All right. Dignity shows up through the cause of justice, strength, the emperor, the hierophant in the world. It will show up. Did she leave? All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take another quick break. When I come back, we're gonna get into the high priest energy. We're gonna get into the Torah codes and the elements. All right, some of these more complex and difficult to understand. But when we understand sun, moon, and the planets have the answers, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Pluto, Jupiter, Uranus, and Saturn, all right? They all have the answers here. Elements inspired to bring out your intangible patterns, all right? And so through the mind of other entities, life force from beyond planets and other universes, all right? It's going to get really, really deep and understand the death and life transformation and the interconnectedness because you're going to die, but you're going to be reborn, okay? And so how the good and the bad is connected, the two faces of the coin, and it goes on and how to activate your inner energy with your true self, your authentic self. We all embody all these energies from the universe and beyond within our soul into the cosmos. So we're going to tap into some good stuff for your soul. All right. There's a spirit with wisdom. All right. So how you activate your subconscious and what activities of your past lives are going to, and I don't really talk about the past life because I don't want you to focus too much on the past, but I'm going to start bringing this energy in. And the key to the subconscious and the condensator. All right. The hit. So a lot of times you see that Seven of Swords. You think that's what it's telling you, but it's not telling you that. It's not telling you that. All right. That's a mystery within the mystery. You don't want to stay surface level. You want to be able to look beyond or see things from your non-physical eyes. All right. So when you get all the elements like metal, meteorite. All right. There are terabytes. You know, there's a lot of things that you could tap in. Your subconscious off the hook when you open that third eye. But all right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. We're gonna go raise your vibration and understanding that you don't raise your vibration by reaching outwards. You are raising it by releasing what isn't true, and that's why clarity raises vibrational automatically, and then your perception will be clear. All right. And dignity is a part of you that refuses to betray your soul to keep a connection approval. All right. So I understand the awakening soul. And how to awaken that soul is what it's all about. But I'm going to break down the awakened soul and then I'm going to talk a little bit about that high priestess energy. All right. What can you remind me of their business? All right. I had enough of God of Chaos. All right. I appreciate you being here, but my goodness. Put a sock on it. Oh, sweetie, it's gonna be okay. That's basically it because I go too deep and I'm not surface level, so it's hard for me. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Hey, let me get a little bit more coffee. I'm gonna put some eggs together. Sharing the news. unfortunately. But now I got 3 lives. Let me get my agents back. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna boil some eggs. I'll be right back. I'm gonna boil some eggs. I have to multitask. Sorry, guys. Let me eat some eggs. Get my little protein on. I don't really multitask, but yeah, I'm gonna be here 3 times from now. Only for September. Only for August. We love. I gotta listen to it. Let me go to the left. Let's get it now, baby. What you gonna do, baby? Let's get it now. Alright, I got crackers and my eggs. What you gonna do, baby? Man, I hope my back don't hurt. Cause I'm in my smooth chair. We got 3 people in the house. I like water. I like gratitude. Practice some gratitude. All right? Get the gratitude cup. Gratitude is a superpower. It's an anchor. It's going to just keep you in place, locked in. Okay? Make that a part of your routine. The quicker you get there, okay? We don't understand these things, man. They really help us. All right, let me ask the cards, why can't they mind their business? You're talking about energy, okay? I mean, I don't know if you guys expect me to be here so mysterious and dark. I used to operate from that energy, all right? When you bring that dark and that light together, power happens, okay? But anyway, we're going to look at the beyond the things that we can't see, right? The incredible life force, the hidden parts of the self, all right? And so the key of the subconscious here, all right? What's hidden, all right? This mysterious key. But let's go ahead here to the awakened soul here. I want to see what energy, all right? Metal, meteorite, element knowledge. This is all about element knowledge, all right? And they will send you coordinates and how to look for it in the elements, okay? Like a terabyte collects all kinds of information, all right? On your past lives, you envision a lot of things here that you don't understand, all right? The key to the subconscious, the condensator. So a terabyte is basically like a computer, all right? different ideas and memories of the past. And so when the high priestess shows up, one more. Let's see here. One more. One more. That's why it says, watch, getting into spiritual wisdom. All right, look at that. The owl, the Tibetan bowl, and the gift. All right, the gift of water and rebirth. Okay, shadow work needs to be done here, so you can open those gifts. So rocks. All right, the elemental rocks here, or grounded in water. Tibetan singable. So healing with Tibetan. I don't know if you guys like, you could put a lot of Tibetan bowls in it's called the sacred water. All right, recalibration through that sound clearing your memory. All right, because you could build new pathways, new neurons. All right, and practicing mindfulness is one of those things. But when you look at the Tibetan bowls and the cardinal here, specific animals come into your life for specific reasons, right? So we all have a sacred vibrational frequency when you look at this energy here, especially the cardinal. And the purple here, of course, it symbolizes awakening, intuition, and higher wisdom. All right, so here. And it connects you to deeper insight, inner knowing, and divine guidance here, okay? You all got special gifts and talents here, all right? You just don't know how to access them because you think it's something that is somebody else's great and have it. Yeah, but it requires practice, right? It's a technique. And beginning with mindfulness here, all right? Healing through sound, frequency, vibration, all right? Music, all right? Changing your tuning in, all right? So me, I'm an imperfect human being with special talents and I read energy, all right? So you all have special gifts and talents, all right? It's not something that's outside of you, something that lives within you, okay? So we look at the astral waters, your psychic powers, all right? You all have them, all right? Your soul knows it. Your higher self is the wise, authentic, spiritual part of an individual. It describes your internal guide and connects you to a higher level of consciousness. All right. And the wisdom represents your soul's purpose here and the potential operating from a place of ultimate truth and universal connection. Okay. And how can you access this? Through practices like meditation, introspection, and spending time in nature. Contrast the ego self. All right. Your everyday physical self, the higher self, offers guidance, intuition, and wisdom, and a sense of peace. All right. You could tap into this energy. All right. So your higher self is the wise being within all of us. It is calm, it is loving, and it is a spiritual God that brings our positive self. All right. So when people say, "Oh, positivity," again, that depends on the quality of your thoughts. Your thoughts. All right. So you have the courage to begin. You have the perseverance and the strength to finish. I guarantee you that. All right. So when you look at this energy of the cardinal, it's often seen as a symbol of hope, of vitality, love, and spiritual presence. All right. So many people, of course, they believe that cardinal appears as a reminder that you're guided, you're supported, and you're never truly alone. Okay. You're never truly alone. So stand out as your true self and let your inner light shine boldly and trust that you are being guided. Okay? You are being guided at the end of the day. And of course, the Tibetan bowl is all about your sound frequency and vibration here. And learning to awaken. Because an awakened soul is a person who is becoming aware of who they truly are and choices to live with greater wisdom, authenticity, and purpose. They begin to see beyond all patterns, illusions, and automatic reactions, and they seek truth and growth. So if you're here, that's what you want to do. God is always watching. All right? So diving a little deeper, and then we'll get back into the high priestess energy. All right, looking at the Tibetan bowl, and so when you look at that singing bowl, your soul carries a unique vibrational frequency, and when you align with your truth, all right, your presence becomes healing resonance for yourself and for others. All right, you want to bring that healing. You want to change the memory. You want to upgrade. All right. You want to upgrade. And of course, the sun is always sending us new energy as we understand now, especially the cosmic vibe as Saturn pressures accountability, Pluto deepens global transformation, and Neptune, all right, confusion awakening. So you're going to be going back and forth between these realms, All right. And Mars, of course, conflict and action. Jupiter, money, survival, focus, and the words all about. All right, breaking down, especially Saturn's energy. Okay, old systems are being tested while new ones are slowly forming with AI. All right, so it's very important that you know what's going on. You're responsible for your evolution. You're responsible for your growth. Nobody can bring you there. Eventually, little by little. Let's see what tarot cards come out. All right. So rebirth, transformation, and looking into the to your darkness, your shadows. It's a therapeutic practice that you could do. All right? Nobody, you're responsible for that. Don't put that on nobody else. All right? And then you learn and you teach somebody else. All right? We learn and teach. All right? There's a whole vast of consciousness waiting for it to be discovered. All right? You are cosmic rearranged. You're matter. All right? Let's go ahead. Let's see what energy. All right? The key to the subconscious mind. So be careful with getting caught up with all this nonsense. Uh, Be careful. Just be careful when the high priest comes out. All right. You might get caught up in some cult stuff and you ain't going to be able to be getting out of that. So just be careful. Stay grounded. All right. Enjoy heaven on earth. You don't got to be all weird, all dark. All right. Find your dark light energy and make it come together. And you out of you. All right. A new you emerge. All right. Supposed to a new state. All right. Between those light and dark energy. All right. You're supposed to. If not, everything blends and everything gets mixed up. All right. King of Pentacles, who's here? The Knight of Wands. That 7 spiritual pressure points. 4, the High Priest don't want to come out, but I'm going to leave it. The Devil, your dark shadow. You got to excuse me. My throat is a little bit, I have to get some pickle juice. I'll be okay by this afternoon. Tonight, you guys could come back tonight. All right. Nobody's here to rescue you. All right. Or some of you guys need rescue. All right. Desires. All right. Let's see here. I got to smoke paper cigarettes. Oh, God. You're really going in hard here. Okay. So at the end of the day, what are you stealing from the knowledge from your subconscious when you get that 7 of Swords? All right. Where's the 7 of Swords? We got the 4 Swords. We got the 4 Swords here. That's not what I want. All right. All right. So I guess you're not ready for that. Some may call me the devil. Okay, well, good for you. All right. Whatever you're doing right now, good for you. I mean, I don't even know what to say to you. So remember that every lifetime that you have wrote a diary, thousands of pages. You have a library in your subconscious, and you can have direct access to it. All right. When you see the High Priestess there, all right, you have a library of knowledge. Okay. And of course, you can have direct access to them. And it's going to help you open up your subconscious like a key. All right. So you can have access to it, but it requires hunt and practice. All right. This is why this shows up here. All right. This is not about believing or not. Okay. There are different laws that exist, whether you believe them or not. They are still working, like gravity, karma, and cause and effect. Okay. This is why you see a lot of that. The judgment, you see the justice, all right? And you see the devil, because you think it's about that, but it's not about that, all right? When you see the devil card, you take it like that because you don't understand things, all right? We are wet behind the ears because when we look at it in the invisible life force, gravity is just trusting your own, all right? It's basically a poetic way to say trust in the center of your being, the inner force that naturally pulls you towards what is true for you. Okay, it might sound dark, it might sound confusing, or it might look dangerous, right? Don't make like knowing and learning feel dangerous. It's just like not opening up to something true, all right? When we emotionally guarded, I see it here all the time, all right? We avoid making vulnerability feel dangerous. If somebody opens us and feels judged, mocked, and rushed, or emotionally overwhelmed, they will shut down harder. All right. So don't try to fix everything right away. So when you see that devil card, that's what it's telling you. But it's a quiet place that you could go. All right. So basically, when you look at these little angels, or however you understand that, your higher self, all right, your connection to the divine, there is a place that you could really tap into here when you are Right now, the energy is all about reflecting because the moon is going to crescent. We constantly waning and waxing. Right now, we're going into the waning crescent as we hit the third quarter. All right. So when you trust in your gravity, you trust in that sense of being, on that inner force that naturally pulls you toward what is true for you. The word gravity itself means weight, attraction, and seriousness. In physics, it's a force that holds planets in orbit. Spiritually, it represents the force that keeps your soul aligned with its truth. All right, your gravity is your center, your inner center. Just like planets orbit our beautiful star, your life begins to organize itself around your core values and your inner truth. And when you trust your gravity, you stop chasing external approval. You stop, right? You move from inner stability, people, opportunities. They align for you naturally, and then you push them away. All right? That is basically similar. When you align naturally, it is similar to the scientific idea of gravitational attraction. Things are drawn toward what has mass present, all right? And a person who trusts that gravity has spiritual mass, all right? So gravity creates authenticity and the authentic presence here, all right? And so when you trust that center, you develop a calm, grounded energy, all right? And if you find that certain people are naturally drawn and magnetic to you, all right, they're not forcing light, they're anchoring themselves, all right? So when we look at by becoming who you truly are instead of living by borrowed values, trusting your gravity means living by your own inner axis, not collapsing on the outside pressure. Gravity protects you from chaos, from chaos, from chaos. Without gravity, things drift endlessly. All right. In life, it looks like constantly changing your identity, losing your direction, being pulled by every opinion. Your gravity gives orientation, and just as the earth is held together by gravity, symbolizes by the earth staying in orbit around the sun, your inner gravity keeps your life from scattering. All right. So just learn a little bit about trusting your own. And you don't trust it. You don't trust it. All right. Everything's working out for your highest good. You're not gonna be able to fight it too long. At the end of the day, it's gonna keep you. This is why the devil shows up. Saturn gives you that discipline. Saturn gives you that discipline so you could get it done. Okay. You want to build a good future, a happier, healthier you. All right. You're gonna have to learn how to go through the death. All right. The ego, the death of the ego. Some tower moments. You're gonna have plenty of those. Okay. You're gonna experience in them because your desires. I picked up on your desires. They're all there. This is what I pick up on. Every time that I'm here, I pick up on your desires. All right. And so, of course, the spiritual meaning, mystically speaking, trusting your guidance means trusting the divine spark inside of you, of course. And when we look at the people that understand the real true teachings of Jesus Christ, and there's a line that says that the kingdom of God is within you. All right? Gravity, in a sense, is the pull of truth and the pull of conscience. The pull towards love, purpose, in a beautiful way. To see it, gravity is invisible but so powerful. So your soul knows that it trusts it. Life starts feeling like a constant struggle to hold everything together because your center begins to hold you. All right, and the hidden connection between gravity and the heart's electromagnetic field, and why some people feel energetically grounded. All right, it links to physics, consciousness, and of course, you are part of something so fascinating. So trust your gravitational pull. Okay, be more authentic. All right, stop fighting because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to get it done. It's gonna force you. There's nothing that you can really. There are laws that are in place. There are laws that bind us, whether you understand it or not. All right. A lot of times we just gotta surrender to whatever the universe has to offer you. We surrender to it. We become more aligned, more in tune. We don't fight it. All right. And if it takes keeping you locked in place so you can get the things done, that's why Saturn restricts you. That's why the devil shows up. All right. And you see it as something else now, okay? So how to use once you steal the knowledge of your subconscious mind, it is up to you to steal the knowledge of your subconscious, and of course, it's hypnotic, conductive, and we all have the technology to steal it. All right, so Like if you say somebody's stealing from me, all right? Like a bad person stealing your information, what are they gonna do with it? All right? There's a whole scheme going on of knowledge from your past lives, whether you understand it or not. Okay, so there are certain rocks in the elements. All right, caves, beaches, caves and beaches. All right, this is what this card shows up. Okay, that were hidden in a specific location. You hid it in a specific location. All right. Whether you're ready for this or not, I mean, you got 6 people here. Those are the ones that are not ready. All right, you still in the enjoyment, but those of you that are serious, it is hidden in here. Okay, the element gives you something, your connection to Earth, and your dream. The dream came out. No, this one came out. All right, and so you can dream your imaginable dream and the connection to all the wisdom within your subconscious, and of course, the elements will help you open up your subconscious. All right, so you're gonna get metals, meteorite. So how do you shape the mind? And there's some cool techniques. But when you're ready to open up, all right? Yeah. So yeah. Now, if the high priestess shows up, I'm gonna go into the pillars. All right. I'm gonna go into sound frequency, so you can see your sacred geometry. And I'm going to go into the pillars. This requires people to be real patient to understand what's going on. And we look at the pillars that guarded the entrances of this mysterious, this nature, this energy that's within you. All right. And the symbols represent an important gateway passages into the unknown. All right. When we look at that cross, that's the real cross. All right. When we talk about the equinoxes and the solstices, when Mother Gaia does this manifestation, right, bringing us into the equinoxes, all right, into the solstices. Man, I wish I could speak better. Man, I'm trying to get this out. All right. But anyway, there you go. Just a little bit of something here, so give you something to think about when you're tapping into the awakened soul. All right. You don't want to stay too shallow. You don't want to stay too shallow. You know, use your magic, all right? When you understand it. When you understand it. You don't want to stay too shallow here. That's not what I'm doing here. All right? So, we're going to break down the soul. Breakdown of the awakened soul. And then I'm done. If you have a question, go ahead, okay? So, when you are awakened and what it feels like, you get increased sensitivity. You outgrow people. You're going to outgrow people and situations. Get ready for that. When you start to awaken, you're going to outgrow people. You're going to start feeling increasing sensitivity. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just waking up to some truth that your ego doesn't know it. It's preparing you. You start questioning everything that you once believed. Of course, and you have this feeling of being alone before feeling aligned, all right? So you might be experiencing that. It's less about becoming, all right, more special, but it's about becoming more honest. You just start becoming more honest, all right? So you start to see things more clearly and you choose consciously. It's not perfection. It's all about your awareness, all right? And so whether you feel like you're waking up to something or from something, the psychological behind it, it's awakening, becoming more aware of your patterns and seeing your shadow, without denying it, recognizing where ego controls you. You start recognizing, oh, my ego's controlling you. So a lot of times when I'm speaking to you, I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking to your ego. All right? And the ego's going to get bruised. And so it's okay because it's going to grow. All right? And so this is why subconscious is very important, to tap into your subconscious. So you can start. So right now, a lot of you guys are on the 4. All right? You're starting to understand. You're starting to wake up here. From here, you should start waking up, basically. All right? Remember that this is the feeling mind. The body is the embodiment of what you're feeling. Okay? Yeah? You feel with your mind, basically. Okay? But your body senses it. Okay? You have the nervous system. So your nervous system is settled here. Okay? And so I just like to break a lot of stuff down. All right. So basically, you start seeing your shadows, your patterns, uh, where your ego controls you. You start to understand why you choose what you choose. Of course, it's gonna be uncomfortable at first because illusions, they feel safer than the truth. They do. They feel safer than the truth. Illusions feel safer than the truth because once you see the truth, you gotta make a choice here. All right, and sometimes we don't want to do that. No, 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 no. Let me sleep. No, I don't want to. I don't want to face it because I have to change it. And you might not be ready for that. So I understand. All right, I understand. All right. Uh, and so tapping into the seven, the awakening of the spiritual, of course, reaping the karma here with the Seven of Pentacles. And when you understand that at some point, if I planted something here, right? Because you're supposed to reap those rewards, all right? And so every seed, every choice that we make here, all right, plant a seed, and every seed eventually bears fruit. And what return is an opportunity to restore balance and deeper wisdom and healing with the truth here, all right? And so it goes on and on and again at the end of the day. And so, all right, the awakened soul, it is uncomfortable at first because illusions feel safer than the truth. And let's see where else we're going. I try to do this once a month, really with a lot of information. And so an awakened soul is a shift in awareness. And at its core, it means someone who starts seeing beyond automatic habits, social conditioning, or surface level reality. Instead of reaching to life, reacting to it, they become more conscious of their thoughts, their emotional patterns. All right. And of course, when you are more aware of yourself, you begin noticing your inner world, your thoughts, your fears, your desires, without immediately identifying them in the fields like psychology. It overlaps their awareness with the meta condition, right? Like your cognitive resonance. If you're questioning reality and your beliefs, you may be starting asking deeper questions. Why do I believe what I believe? What actually matters? Okay. This echoes the ideas from the philosophy, especially traditions that explore meaning. And it's just basically a truth, all right, that you're not aware of. So when we look at the states of consciousness, because we're still exploring consciousness, right? Because a lot of people, they are confused about consciousness. And what is consciousness? And we have a lot of people's opinion. Where is consciousness? And why we argue about this? Because most people identify consciousness with one layer: trauma, consciousness stuck in the body, survival, romantic, consciousness floating in the astral water, the intellectual consciousness locked in the mind, visionary consciousness living in the fire, mystic consciousness resting in awareness. None are wrong, they are just partial. All right. And so when you go through, when you raise your consciousness, you just becoming more aware. All right. So realms, you live through line. Okay. So when you live through these realms, you basically experience time at the moment. At the end of the day, I'm giving you some high level stuff here. I'm trying to break this down so you can start to understand the state of consciousness are simply ways. Those are simply the different ways your awareness experiences reality in any given moment. All right. It's not just what you think. It's the combination. All right. It's the combined states of your thoughts, your emotions that the body senses in that level of awareness, because the lens through which you perceive and respond to life right now. Okay. And so of course through that lens, because at the end of the day, you change your state and you experience reality changes at the end of the day when you start understanding. You change your lens here. So everyday states, if you're calm, you're present, you're clear-minded, you're relaxed, you're aware of the moment, you respond, you don't react. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's the way that you react. You know what I mean? That you're being challenged here. So at the end of the day, when it comes to states of consciousness, you don't experience life directly. You experience life through your state. All right? So if you're in fear, everything looks like a threat. Okay? In gratitude, everything looks like an opportunity. All right. And so you've seen the magician energy. The magician is the master of states. He understands you change your inner state, your outer reality is going to shift. All right. And that's real manifestations here. You see that at the end. Let me see. All right. The treasure guidance. All right. So how to shift to those states? Simply change your energy focus and what are you thinking about, and do one thing at a time, right? And so yeah, you start to breathe slowly. Your body posture, you start moving. Just try to stretch a little bit. Just little changes, uh, little small steps each day. All right, how you shift those states, how you shift your energy, where you're mostly focused. Remember, he's all about the focus and then the intention. So you might be focused on something. So of course, your states of consciousness. If you feel anxious, your thoughts, something is wrong, your body's tight, your emotions, fear. Remember that emotions are biological, you don't choose them. Okay? And so when you start breathing, doing breath work, and then you start anchoring that with gratitude, you relax your shoulders, and the new state emerges. You're just gonna feel calmer. The perception is different. Uh, so when you go through these states of consciousness, they are like channels. You don't destroy fear. Okay? You don't destroy fear or create joy. You tune into different frequencies. Your life changes the moment your state changes. All right? You don't have personality. You move through states all day long. All right? You don't have personality. You move through you move through states all day long. All right? So the master is recognizing and choosing your state more consciously. All right? At the end of the day, tarot, one thing about tarot is showing you the state that you're in, all right, and the one that you could step into, all right. When it comes to money, love, success, they specifically, all right, they don't have to control you. So understanding your state, all right. So, so the breakdown of the awakened soul, understanding the parallels, understanding how to tap into your intelligence, how to do the shadow way, how to become more aware of your unconscious patterns. All right, and of course, uh, once we learn how to strip all the language, all right, because it all comes down to becoming less automatic, less illusion driven, and more aware of what's actually happening inside of you and around you. It's not perfect, not all knowing, just more conscious than before. All right. So those are the things, and I can continue to talk. I think I'm only gonna bring this once a month. All right. And you just start becoming more aware, and a lot of things are not gonna bother you. You're not gonna react to everything. You're gonna respond calmly. All right. Uh, and you're gonna feel like you're moving slow, but you're actually not. All right. You're just saying your states. Oh man, I love this stuff. Oh man. Oh. Let me go. Oh, let me go check my eggs. Let me go check my eggs. Let me go check my eggs. Come on, eggs. There we go. Oh, shit. Everybody go look. All right, come on. I had to change mine. Nobody has a question? Wow, I'm surprised. The Awakened Soul. We are live on the East Coast. Like number 12, please tell my specific person current energy towards me. Hey, Minnie Rizzoli, what's up? What's up? Welcome to another live. It is the Awakened Soul Wednesday. You got that right. Jesus is epic indeed. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and look at the things from a more sophisticated. You'll get there. Little by little, you're gonna be like, wow, I'm glad that I stood. All right? Regret nothing. Okay. The magician doesn't scatter emotionally. He chooses, he focuses. All right? He anchors. Focus is your power. All right? And of course, strategy is your patience is strategy. So let's go ahead. Line number 12. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please tell me what specific person, current energy. What is your specific person? Come on in. Where is the consciousness and raising your vibration? I try to put them all together so I don't keep doing different, all right? When you raise your vibration, it isn't about becoming higher than anyone else. It's about becoming more clearer, cleaner, and more coherent with yourself. All right? That's it. Reducing internal distortion, your vibration naturally raises when there's less inner conflict. All right? That means less pretending, less betrayal to yourself, less emotional suppression, less urgency to prove, to fix. Every time you choose truth over comfort, coherence increases, and that is elevation. Okay? For the 4 people that are here. It's not adding light, it's removing the noise. All right? More light, more light. No. Remove the noise. You start hearing clearly. You start seeing things for what they really are. People think raising your vibration is about doing more. Rituals, thinking more positively, bypassing pain, but vibration rises when you feel emotionally full without acting them out, allowing grief, desire, anger to move without identity. Stay present when all patterns wants to fire up. All right? Raise your vibration. That's it. Decrease the noise. All right? You got a whole system working for you. All right? And always try to get straight to the point. Less misunderstandings when you get straight to the point. All right? It helps you because the communication stays clear, honest, and effective. All right? It saves you time, and people understand the message. If they don't, they'll come back to it. Come on in, Minnie Rizzoli. Come on in if you have a question. All right? We got one person. Okay, you're not ready. If you're not ready for it, if I'm triggering something, you're not ready to be here. Not today, anyway. Okay, not today. All right, it won't be today. All right, this is not for everyone. But your dignity and your self-worth, this is not for everyone. All right. Hey, how you doing, sweetie? All right. La 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 la. Let me keep it over here. All right, we'll go back. We're done with that. How are you? All right. Let me see what else I want to do here today. All right, I'm gonna talk about the shadow. For those that are looking to understand the shadow a little bit more. All right, because you want to rush into happiness. Tarot doesn't do that. Tarot doesn't rush you into the 10 of Cups right away. It doesn't bypass the truth. I'm sorry. That's not what we're doing here. At some point, you're gonna have to deal with it. All right. If you're young, if you're just starting life out, go ahead and learn. Go get hurt. Go hurt somebody. Because at the end of the day, this is how your soul is gonna evolve. All right. Your intentions are there. All right. If you have bad intentions, it's just gonna come back to you. All right. What's on today's list? Today we have the awakened soul. Hey Jay for that. Jay for that ad. What? All right. Wow. Do you like a message? What do you like here? All right. Remember about contrast, okay? And when you look at tarot cards, they help you contemplate. They help you contemplate different aspects of the divine. All right? Understand that the divine is as healing energy, the balance and patient transformation, the star. Okay? The divine as hope, renewal, and grace after hardship. It is all there. All right? But when in a deeper sense, when we understand contrast, okay, that teaches because growth requires comparison. The soul is going to evolve by experiencing polarity, all right, light, dark, closeness, distance, certainty, and doubt, all right. So it's going to help you build emotional intelligence, and you're going to start recognizing patterns. What feels secure triggers anxiety, expands you, it contracts you, all right. Contrast sharpens your inner compass. Without contrast, everything blends together. Difference creates attention. Okay, think of light, darkness. All right, especially when you start seeing clearly, emotional confusion next to clarity makes clarity feel obvious. Okay, it exposes attachment versus truth. All right, sometimes we stay because of hope. All right, but contrast forces reality to stand next to fantasy. All right, it'll help you strengthen that energy. So we are just doing a little bit of choosing differently. All right. When you feel both healthy and unhealthy dynamics, your future choices become more conscious. You don't fall into love, you just choose differently. All right. The awakened don't fall into love, they rise into it. All right. But at the end of the day, if there's no contrast, all right, of course, there will be no awakening. Okay. You won't be awakened. All right. So that is basically it. Nobody has a question? No, that's it. All right. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the rebirth. I'm going to talk a little bit about the. I'm going to talk a little bit about the shadow. I'm going to talk a little bit about the shadow and basically because I like at the end of the day we cannot create a neural network in the same sense of building an artificial one, right? But you can influence the formation of new neural pathways and strengthen the existing ones in your brain. All right, you could if you want to. And how do I do that? All right, through neuroplasticity, which is basically is to engage in stimulating activities like learning new skills, regular exercise, mindfulness, okay, consuming a rich diet, flavonoids, all right, and omega 3s, and getting adequate sleep to support your brain's health and connectivity. All right, just that simple. How do I create new pathways? All right, create a new role. All right, because shadow work is a therapeutic practice when you focus on exploring and interacting. All right, integrating basically. I'm sorry, the shadow self, those parts of ourselves that we've repressed and we disown them. Okay, basically due to shame or fear. It involves bringing these hidden aspects into consciousness and awareness. Understand them, right? You got to understand them first, all right? Their origins and accepting them as part of your wholeness, all right? And this process can lead you to greater self awareness, emotional healing, and more authentic way of being, all right? I'm smoking a paper cigarette. So the concept of the shadow self comes from Carl Jung's analytical psychology, and the unconscious part of the personality that contains qualities that we deem unacceptable, undesirable, or negative, right? And so if you guys don't know, I'm just throwing some stuff out there for you, all right? When we look at those patterns of our personality that contain, right, the qualities we deem unacceptable, undesirable, or negative, all right? They could include things like anger, jealousy, fear, or even some positive traits. All right. And of course, when we look at laziness, all right, we might judge ourselves. We might judge ourselves. Anyway, Sunday I'm gonna have a lot of prayers for all. I have prayers for all the cards, for all the major arcanas. So you could start. Never stop praying because that's just heart to heart with the divine. All right. You take some personal time out here. All right, and build a relationship with something bigger than your ego. All right. And a lot of times well, not a lot of times, we often push those parts into the unconscious to maintain a positive self-image or to conform to a societal expectation. All right. So the valuable tools for personal growth and healing. Um, so how can you work with the shadow? How can you, how do you increase self-awareness, and how can you get motivated? All right. And so, yeah. How do you improve your relationships? How do you become more compassionate and empathetic or authentic to the relationships? All right. How do you learn about how you could help yourself past trauma and processing, healing your wounds? All right. By bringing them to conscious awareness. All right. And so, remember that what goes down must come up. So people say, "Oh man, go do your work." When people say to you, "Go do the work," what work do you think they're talking about? When people say to you, "Man, go do your work," you be like, "What work? What work I gotta do?" What work you think people talking about when people say to go do your work? All right, they're talking about your spiritual batteries. And when you look at the chakras, they represent a stage in the evolutionary journey of consciousness. All right, all right, it's just that simple. But go do the work. What work I gotta do? All right. Those repressed emotions. All right. At the end, listen. When we don't do the work, when we don't recharge our spiritual batteries, all right. What happens is you repress your emotions, and they're gonna show up later in life or in another new relationship. All right. And when you set healthy boundaries, which is very important, all right, to understand, they're gonna show up. Your persons is they're gonna show up, and then you're gonna come here, ask questions, and I'm gonna just tell you the same thing. All right. So it's good to self-reflect under this waning crescent energy. All right, and to accept yourself. All right, to self-reflect, to introspect, to examine your thoughts, your beliefs, and your behaviors to gain deeper self-awareness. All right. And that becomes selfless service, engaging in activities that benefit others and contributing to the greater good. All right. Embracing impermanence, accepting that change is constant, and adapting to new experiences with resilience. All right. And so that, of course, deepening the relationships and cultivating meaningful connections with others through active listening and share your viewpoints and your perspectives. All right. My Libra husband become more aware of my feelings about our relationship. What work does a Sagittarius have to do to be as one with the Libra? Man, I love that question. All right, you know the only good thing that you got there now, the only good thing that you got there now is that Venus is going into Libra, into the seventh house. So you're gonna see that that's not gonna last that long. All right, but how can you carry that energy forward? The accountability, the personal responsibility, the balance. You understand? Because we try to avoid truth. All right, we don't want to be exposed. We don't want to. We feel ashamed. That's what I'm reading right now. That's what it's just that simple. All right. It's just that simple. I told you understand? It's just that simple. We gotta work on our spiritual batteries and the chakras. Get into a more just learn how to meditate and breathe work. All right. Prayer life on so you gotta get a routine going. All right. You just gotta get into a routine for at least twice a week. If you could start there, you don't gotta do big changes. You understand me? We try to do too much, and this is a long life journey. You understand me? It's not all. You don't have to go and do all this stuff. No, then we get caught up with this stuff that we don't really understand. Just calm, easy. You understand me? So there, selfless service, engaging your activities will benefit others, contribute to a greater good. All right, seeking wisdom and knowledge, exploring new perspective, expanding your understanding. You understand? You are here to evolve, to grow, to expand. All right, and so anyway, uh, so how do you benefit your higher consciousness? Improve emotional regulation, All right, that's a great ability to manage and respond emotions in a healthy way, stronger relationships, enhancing communication, empathy, and the connection with others, embracing all aspects of ourselves with compassion. With compassion. All right? So, I mean, it goes, I'm giving you a little bit because this shadow work is not, some people are not ready for it, although it's going to force you to it, all right? The therapeutic practice that's going to be focused on exploring and integrating your shadow self, those parts of you that you repress, you disown. There's shame here, all right? We don't want to live in that shame, all right? And so, anyway, how do you enhance your awareness? When you start having this heightened sense of presence, interconnectedness, and understanding of the deeper nature of reality. Spiritual growth is a journey of self-realization and enlightenment, often involving practices like meditation and mindfulness. Just little things, adding, making different choices. But my most important thing, write, journal it down so you can know where you're at. And that's require you doing the work. All right. Peace and compassion. And of course, exploring and integrating those parts of yourselves that we may have previously rejected or been unaware of. All right, we unaware. A lot of people are unaware. All right, so yeah, this is just a little bit. I'm not giving you everything that I have. Okay, this is just a little bit of what I'm. I mean, it requires a lot more. I mean, going really, really deep, and I'm not there. I'm not ready to take you guys there yet. I don't think you guys are ready for that. So I'm gonna hold on. All right. So you look at yourself. You get look. That's. I'm gonna give you an example. All right, I'm gonna give you an example. Well, let me go get my eggs. If you come back like in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go eat my eggs. I'm gonna give you an example of how. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example here. All right. So you could keep track, and then you put it in the refrigerator, and then you come back. Don't force big changes. Don't do that. Little small. This is when we go too big, and then we be like, oh, all right. Remember that energy is constantly moving. We're not gonna be in the same energy. The moon is waxing and waning. We got things that are happening. All right. And when we look at the difference, of course, uh, levels or the three aspects of existence, the Brahma, creation, the Vishu. All right, when we look at the four aspects of existence in some fictional worlds, those aspects, they can represent the sentient beings in control of different elements. All right, or domains. And you see it here with the world card. You see it here. You see it here. All right. You don't understand them, and they're laws. They bind us. You're like, man, I'm not gonna be able to. No. Oh, let me go get my eggs. Da, 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 da. Man, my egg's not done yet. Baby, baby, baby. All right. Let's go ahead and finish. Let's finish up. All right. I think, let me see how many hours I've been here. Let's see. How long I've been here? All right. I got an hour. I got a half hour. How many push-ups can you do? Oh boy, let me get this remove. Come on, you gotta go. All right, I'm done with that mess. BSNYC. All right, so yeah, I was gonna do I hope I don't mess up my thing here. Oh man, is she still here? Are you still here, Sagittarius? You are being. Am I being clear? Can you hear me clear? All right. All right. So you asked me. Well, I was explaining how you could start setting up. All right, a quick thing that you could do. So today is Wednesday. I gotta go get my folder. Hold on. I don't want to ruin my. I don't want to ruin my thing. Let me just get my folder. I'm gonna use my folder. Let me get my folder here. All right. It's a little. So today's Wednesday. August 5th, 2026. And you start here. All right. Today we're here. And then you go to your morning. This is still morning. It's 10. Actually, it's 10 o'clock. Then you go to your midday. And then you go. I'm not writing neat. I'm a very neat writer. And then you go to your evening, midday or afternoon, evening, depending on where you're at, depending on your life, what you have going on in your life. A lot of people got kids, jobs. And then you wake up in the morning. What are you doing? What is your ritual like in the morning? Because if you're trying to change your whole system around, right? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you in the morning? All right? Get on a routine, you said. Yeah, you got to get on a routine. Like, what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Right now it's 10 o'clock. Where are you now? What are you doing? So try to find at least 20. You try to find at least focus blocks. All right? Even though your mind's going to be like, no, don't do it. You got to, if that's the problem, you have that lazy gene, or you want to move too quick, you hope this is where you anchor yourself. All right, you're alive, you're awake. You just start speaking. I start speaking from the moment focus blocks. So you're gonna do. So right now it's 10 o'clock. Once you get off this live, you can say, okay, I want to give myself 30 minutes, or 30 minutes, or you could give yourself an hour, depending on what you're doing. So you don't scatter your energy. So you don't scatter your energy, because what happens is you probably have a lot of things that you have to do. You have all this free time. Now you're paralyzed. Now you got too much structure, and you feel like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to. Well, you could get it done. But your mind is going to say, no, 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 no. But you say, okay, what it is that you're going to do? Are you going to read? Excuse me, I just finished eating eggs. So you start, because now it's like if you get up at 6, see, I get up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So for me, my whole itinerary is different. So let's say you get up at 7. You give yourself at least 10 minutes. I don't know if you just jump out the bed. So depending on where you at. What you could do is just focus block 30 minutes to an hour. And you focus on that. What are you gonna have going on for the day? What are your priorities? All right, and you move on from there, and then you go into the midday. By the time you come back, then you go into the evening. You have a low maintenance time. This is when you start shutting down. What is your prayer life? What are you doing? All right, so you have a lot of time. So when you ask me, what was the question here? Your relationship with your person, right? How do you, Grant, what was the question? Hey, Angelica Calcado. Hey, Pisces. Uh, welcome, welcome. Let's see here. You wrote it down last night? What work does a Sagittarius have to do to be as one with the Libra? All right. So then you look at, man, this is cool. So you look at you, and then you look at Libra. Let me tell you something. I'm a very deep person, so I'll go back to their childhood. I'll go back. This is how you can start if that's the problem in the relationship. You go look at the parents, who they, like the people in the environment. I'll go start with the environment. Because you want to understand your person, because you either trying to help you, you're not trying to change them. You want to bring them into awareness, but I'll begin with me, what I have going on. First is you, and then it's everybody else. Because if you're not, you understand me? I'll go look at, because if you're dealing with a man child, all right, to BS1, it all depends on what your conversations are like. What you got going on for the day. You sit down and conversate once a week. Then you keep track on what's going on. Your focus is here when you get on your priorities. So your priorities here and what they got going on. Are they meeting you halfway? And you bring them, and because you have to have evidence. So you don't go into the imposter syndrome, because you be like, man, where does all the time go? You got to understand writing things down, focusing on what you got going on in the morning to the midday to the evening. You don't have to do this every day. You just do it once a week. You got your priorities, their environment. If that's the problem, sometimes you think it's them, maybe it's not, so you understand me? Look, I do, this is what I do. I'm going to show you. All right? And you go back once a week on Fridays and you look at it. And then you'll be like, yeah, that's right. Oh, wow, I did say that. This is how you avoid, and this is how we stay apart a lot, because I'm on the farm in the south. Oh, you get yourself some paper. All right, get yourself some paper. Get a folder, and then you keep a communication log. People don't want to do it, but it's just going to help you a lot to calm the mind. You have the conversation. I always go back to the person's. I look at my environment, their environment, and how can we coexist. But you're staying apart. What does that mean to you right now? We stay apart a lot because I'm on the. Okay, all right. So everybody has a different lifestyle. All right, and if it's something that you could continue, where are they? That's just little things like that. Can I get a free reading? Hey, Paradom. All right. So your schedule, just work on your morning. Once you start looking in your morning and see where all your time goes, what you're doing, and your priorities and the environment. Because if I'm trying to work on something, I got to work on myself first. I'm all about me working on myself, because if I can't help nobody if I'm not good. But together in the fall and winter, I got you. All right? Because sometimes we say things, and then you see if it's words matches action. You look at where are they right now? What are they doing? And can they contribute more? Can they have more time for you? Instead of going and accusing and all that stuff and assuming. No, you got to work on yourself. There's no we rather, because remember, we constantly projecting. We rather go work on somebody else than to look at us. It's hard. Yeah, we don't want to. No, I don't want to look at myself. When you look at your person, you got to look at the environment. If they're avoiding responsibility, if they're raining ignorance, procrastinating to get something done, all right? If they rely on you, all right? You got to look at where your energy is going, your time, the dependency, all right? If you understand the environmental factors, all right, the way he was raised, the people around him, and then you could talk to him about it. If you're not doing this, you can forget about it. It's gonna go one ear and out the other. We don't anchor enough. We don't anchor our awareness, and then we want to come back, and it's so exhausting. It's too exhausting. So just start with your morning. And you just see what you do between that, because if you retire and your evening, how is your evening? Is it quiet? Do you feel chaotic? You look at your state, your frequency, and the frequency is a repetition. How much you invest in yourself, and if you're empty here and they good here, that's a problem. Then the problem is you. You can't teach nobody how to take care of you. You got it? It's just little. This is very, very grounded. This is very earthy. All right. This is not getting carried away, leaking your energy. You're not getting carried away with fantasy. You're not leaking into none of that. You're being really. This is it. I'm here. I'm having the experience. You're the one that's in my life. All right. And I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. I have a lot of more stuff like this, but people gotta understand focus blocks. All right. All right. That's it. So you don't get carried away into fantasy and accusing and assuming. All right? You have evidence. You always want to have. This is when we go to court. No, when we go to court, we have to have what? Evidence. Because people fake. Oh, wait, you didn't tell me that. This is what you did that day. This is what you said here. And just keep track of it. If you don't do that, you can forget about it. This is where the problems start. You got to map down the dates. And then you understand the moon, the cycles. You're welcome. That's it. It's just little simple stuff like that. You think it's this big thing. I got to change my whole routine, my whole life. No. No, that don't work like that. That don't work like that. We don't operate like that. All right? We don't. All right? We all, our ego is going to want to push us, right? So the fight is between your higher self and your ego. All right? You have proof right here that you're writing things down. You write things down, you keep that log, and after that, everything just starts to organize itself. And you'll be like, oh, I'm glad that I did that. All right? That's going to force people into being clear and clean. The Ace of Swords want clear and clean, period. All right? It's not one thing about when the justice, well, Venus becomes conscious with more awareness when she's in the 7th house. It's going to give you that accountability. You're going to start seeing things going to become a little bit more. So basically what could happen here, either they'll move towards you. All right. They want to, I don't know if you guys are married. You guys are married. Or either they could separate. All right. Because this Venus is all, Venus in the 7th house is all about reciprocity, and it values commitment. All right. Relationships that are committed to working towards a certain goal together. It's not going to deal with one-sided. It's not going to happen. So you're going to see those changes, whether for good or bad. It's just going to help you grow and expand. That's it. All right? I'm going to leave it there. All right? You're married, all right? Some marriages work out like that. But that's your choice at the end of the day, okay? Do you want a card? You want me to give you what's the news? I haven't tapped into this. Or you want a something that you could carry throughout the day, all right? And understanding right now, the moon's energy, today is, of course, it is in its last quarter, this 3rd quarter. This is turning a time to release, reflect, and a realignment, rather than starting something completely new. Focus on letting go of habits, thoughts, commitments that are running their course for the month. All right, let me pull this down here, and I'm gonna charge my phone. Hold on, I gotta charge my phone. All right, you want what's the news? You always got some good energy. You know, if you're trying to modify their behavior, you're going to do that in small, consistent choices. Steps, not big steps. Don't do that. First, you work on you. Shit, I got to work on me. I'm not working on no. You're not responsible for them. All right? You don't be mama. You be wife. All right? Remember that a lot of men got mother issues anyway. All right? As long as you're on your way to creating a new neural network, all right? That means strengthening your existence brain, the activity of your brain. You got to keep yourself learning new skills, regulating exercise, mindfulness, engage in something stimulating. That's all. It's modified. Yeah, that's it. We try to go too big. We try to we get caught up with these occult practices. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. All right? Just have a nice harmonious between the spirit realm, all right, and your physical body. That's it. That's the only thing you can do. Small, consistent choices throughout the day or throughout the week. All right? A new way of thinking about things. That's it. Just changing your perspective, your energy. What's your energy? You'll know in the morning, oh, this is where all my energy been. We're not aware of things. Because remember, we're constantly in the survival mode. All right? We don't want to, oh, shit, I didn't know I was in survival mode. You said, wait, let me slow down. Let me enjoy life. Let me go outside and breathe. All right? That makes you real tense, makes you edgy, gives you like, wow, you be in anxiety. We got to learn how to calm our mind. You know, when things get tough, you know, we need to look after ourselves. And that's hard for a lot of people to do because we constantly, there's a graduation here for you. You're leveling up, lessons learned to acquire wisdom, all right? So leveling up, lessons learned, acquiring wisdom here. Or there could be an actual graduation here. All right, let me see what else comes out for you as I'm shuffling for you. We gotta level up, level up, level up. Take freaking walks through the day. Yeah, of course. Be in love with yourself. All right, be in love with yourself. It's okay. Kiss yourself. I love you. Thank you, my beautiful self. Thank you for the hard work that you do. Man, love on yourself, period. I mean, I don't put it there enough, but just love on yourself, man. I love me. All right? We could give all that love outwards, all that inspiration outwards. All right? Just do once a week. You don't got to go, you know. Your body will tell you anyway. We are dealing with such an intelligent cosmos. We have such an intelligent body. All right? Follow that first brain that's carrying 100 billion nerve cells. Yes, we have two brains. Let's go ahead. One more. What is the news for today? All right. Are you a facilitator of change? All right. How do you shift from secret fixer to facilitator? Or are you an emotional first responder? All right. One more. All right. All right. Life is not scripted. Reconciliation, soul tribe, and closeness. Get ready. Love bombing. Love bombing. Overly attentive, shy with affection and personal gain. Get ready. I told you Venus is going into Libra. You're a facilitator of change, all right? And you got the squad. Reconciliation, soul tribe, and close friends right now. So you live on a farm. These are your friends. You work on a farm, right? So these are your friends right here. All right. What do you raise pigs? What do you do here? When you come in, talk to me about this because this is showing up for you. All right. Okay. All right. Love bombing is what you got. All right. Look at that. Vegetables and bees. So you don't have no pigs or nothing like this? You don't have this? The squad. What does this mean for you when you look at this pig and the bird? You don't have no animal, but you live on a farm? Okay. Symbolically, meaning of the pig and the bird. They're in the woods. But what symbolically this means for you? This is you holding other people up, all right? And they're free. Listen, that bird looks healthy, right? This is you holding up other people up, all right? Hey, my beautiful goddess. Hi, sweetie. All right, just look at the symbolism of there. They're healthy. They're healing, all right? Exactly. All right. So you're basically the person that goes from the first responder when friends spiral or colleagues deflate. You're the one they call to, the empathy. All right. That's your powerful energy right there. All right. And so remember, the only thing I'm going to tell you this, because there is no script, you could burn out. All right. You could improvise or you could burn out. All right. So just be careful with that. That's about it. I'm going to leave it with those two. Heart to heart. Look at all this beautiful energy. Heart to heart. Wine to dine. Wine and dine. And I already knew this energy was for you. Graduated here. All right? And with that being said, look at all the beautiful. You always got some beautiful energy anyway. All right? Have those deep conversations that are uncomfortable. All right? The one they call friends, family. All right? Keep it light and friendly. All right, keep it light and friendly. You're not here to fix everybody. No, you're not here to fix everybody. Don't forget to you. Okay, the one they call friends and family. All right. You're welcome, sweetie. It's always a pleasure when you come in. Come in, your energy so calm, and I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. I'm not gonna go into the tarot because there's no need for that unless you want it. Let me see. There's somebody new in here. Hey. Let me see. There was somebody here before. I think she left. Who's here that's new? I got about 10 more minutes because I got to come back later on. I'll be back later on with you versus them. I'm going to do a you versus them, and then I'm going to come back with part 2 of the Six of Pentacles. So stay tuned for that. Oh, yeah, she did, right? I seen Pisces, number 12. That was number 12? Pisces wanted something, and someone wanted the number 12. Oh, okay. All right, I guess they left. People come in such a hurry, and so what's the news? Let me just go ahead and finish this live already with what's the news. I wanted to go into the Aboriginals. I wanted to go a little bit more into the pillars. All right, let me get us a tarot card for today, and then I'm gonna give the what's the news for all 12 zodiac signs, and I'm gonna leave. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'll be back later on with you versus them as Venus enters into Libra. All right, this is the card right here. The Tower and the Seven of Cups. The Tower. Wow, I got to talk about the Tower. All right. Darn it. So the common thread here. The common thread here is surprise. There could be a beautiful event happening. We want to keep this energy, all right, with not too much confusion here, all right? We want to be able to look at things, all right, from a high level of consciousness here. And of course, reality makes you right? Look at the fantasy. You don't want to leak into that energy, all right? So the common thread here is surprise and change, all right? Life changes, surprise, time, and it flashes, right? So keeping something, there's a secret here. The positive side of this energy is Uranus, all right? Through a spiritual, of course, a surprise here, all right? There could be a prank. There could also be a prank. I don't know if you guys play a lot of pranks here, all right? There's something nice here today, all right? Since one thing about Uranus, it symbolizes awakening, change, and surprise, all right? And of course, the house that it shows where the awakening is mostly likely to unfold, and it is unfolding. Of course, it rules 2 signs, all right? We got Aquarius energy. I believe Uranus is in the 3rd house in Gemini. So understanding there are good things that are going to come. That's going to be like, wow. All right. So it's not always bad. When we go into our desires, it's totally different when you see the Tower card. All right. And I could tell here when I look at what I'm looking at and the message that's coming across. So the event itself here can be challenging, exciting, or mix of both. All right. The Tower says to you, right, because it asks you a question. What needs to change? All right. All right, and so it's something stronger than more authentic. Something more authentic can emerge. All right, look, there she goes. Oh my God, come on. What are you doing now? All right, so man, I want to go in there. Oh my God, what time is it? And I wanted to leave already. And that's what happened. Surprise. In addition to these 2 pillars here, all right, because when they seem to represent 2 out of the 3 pillars of the connection to divinity, all right, the creation of the universe. The names of these pillars of the tree of life were often as a strength and wisdom, with the 3rd pillar being in harmony. So this is what it's going to bring. So you're supposed to be in harmony. All right. And so when we look at the candidate pass between those 2 pillars, and the essence becomes harmony and enters the life, which is spiritual. Basically, look, the spiritual dominates the physical world. All right. So what it's saying here at the same time, be careful or superficial information that hasn't been verified. Be careful of listening to neighbors, all the nonsense. Just be careful with that. All right. Don't rush so quick to right, because this is a mystery here. You don't know what you don't know, because the sacred text, the Torah, there's things that are hidden for our protection. All right. So, but it's gonna be revealed to you little by little. We're gonna go through these tower moments before we start to understand. I don't wanna stay too out there, right? Because my deeper mind doesn't allow me to stay with superficial information. It doesn't allow me to do that. And so, but at the end of the day, how long does this flash of truth is gonna last? All right. And what that moment of realization that could happen in an instant. It's like flicking on a light switch, all right? But when we integrate truth, all right, it could take, so basically in the next 7 days here. But you know what is going to happen? Because on the 12th, we're going to have solar eclipse, and that's going to be the moment of truth here, all right? There's going to be a lot of good things that are happening for those that want to learn. If you don't want to learn, then you're in the wrong place, all right? So a lot of times it could go off for weeks or months for major life changes, sometimes just a few days. All right. If it's a very transformative kind of energy, but it's all about the beliefs, all right, or the direction in your life. It's just to get you closer to the truth. All right. Because you know things. I don't want to change it. All right. Whether you're confused here or whatever. But this is a good transformation here at the end of the day. All right. Which could be challenging. All right. And so at the end of the day, man, I realized something. All right. You could be with somebody and run into somebody, right? As you're breaking up with somebody else, everything that enters your life, something new enters your life. Always got to understand that, all right? Nothing is a coincidence. Everything that's happening for you is aligned, all right? Because your standards are showing here. And this is one of the things that brings the energy from especially Venus entering into, all right, into Libra. Because your standards show, your integrity shows here, okay, with of course with the Emperor here. But a lot of you guys might be emotionally guarded because you're not accepting less than you deserve, all right? And of course, when we live in accordingly to a new way of understanding, all right? Sometimes it's probably a little bit longer, the process here, to understand the lightning, the illumination, to see clearly before. You understand me? So understanding the change, right? Innovations, the freedom that's going to bring you. All right. Because at the end of the day, truth that changes everything fast. There's going to be some truth that's going to change everything real, real fast for you. And of course, Uranus symbolizes the light bulb, brilliant insight and innovation. And it's going to bring you that freedom from limitations. All right. Breaking the old patterns. So the unexpected, all right? So basically a sudden realization that makes you see a person completely different, all right? And of course, when we look at those Uranian themes, through its imagery, the lightning symbolizes a sudden flash of truth or awakening that shakes up an old structure, all right? So the defenses that we keep so hard, right? Because that's what happens. The defenses that we work so hard to keep because I don't want to catch feelings, that's the moment of truth right there. You understand me? So some of you, you might suddenly want to quit your job, or you might get offered a new job, or an unexpected move, or a change, or a living situation, a sudden breakup, or unexpected meeting someone important. So keep your eye out. Keep your eye out, okay? One of the things about keep your eye out, because you never know where it's going to come from, okay? There could be a message to you and you're not going to see it because you're looking into fantasy. Whatever it is, fantasy is gone, all right? That's what happened with the Tower card, all right? Because the Tower expresses those Uranian themes through its imagery. And it's showing you right there, all right? So the purpose is to clear away what is no longer stable so something more authentic could emerge, all right? And so it could be anything here. So you come and let me know what is inspiring. It could be travel. This is a new opportunity. This could be something to relocate, all right? And so when this energy shows up, when you look at the awakening and the freedom of innovation and sudden change here, all right, you could be processing a breakup because, of course, there could be a disappointment here, or you might be re-examining long-held beliefs or assumptions. Like if you're new here, and you don't really understand tarot, all right, let's just say you're new here, you realizing something, there was some beliefs or there were some assumptions that now is going to help you re-examine your beliefs in tarot. Okay? You're going to oh, wow, that's not what that is. All right? So it's always not good to assume, all right, because this assumes, all right? This doesn't know the hidden codes here. There's a lot of things that are sealed for our protection. And when you start to uncover that, that's the subconscious, all right? Changing those old beliefs and putting new roles into your subconscious. So the key here, I think I talked about that already. But anyway, all right. So if you find yourself awakening to something more real, questioning your beliefs, discovering different perspectives here, okay? So if you're going through a period of awakening, again, if you are changing your perspectives, if there's important lessons that you're learning, all right? And at the end of the day, this is all about divine insight that breaks the illusion, okay? The greater the awakener, all right? No more sleeping, all right? This energy doesn't show you, okay? When it's coming. It doesn't show you when it's coming, but it happens, okay? And so while Uranus always symbolizes awakening and change, all right? The house with that change and awakening is more likely to unfold. So to understand that, it could be friends, all right? For this friends, we're talking about social groups, social conditioning, all right? The tower doesn't always mean drama. It doesn't always mean dramatic, all right? It reflects an internal shift in your mindset, in your priorities, in your identity, all right? They are going to be changing in a way that's going to reshape how you live, all right? And so at the end of the day, this is dismantling the old so they can build something new, more authentic. And this is what's going on right now at the end of the day when we look at Jupiter that's also in Gemini. And when we look at the new system, the old systems are being tested, all right? And new systems are being built, okay? Let me go into what's the news, all right? So if you have been, at the end of the day, if you've been experiencing sudden unexpected change, events that force you to change, all right? Yeah, we have to welcome it. We have to embrace it or nothing gets done, all right? You know, so if you're moving, you're relocating, you're changing your living situation, you're losing a job, you're making a major career change, ending all routines, and rebuilding your life, clearing out what no longer serves you. Congratulations, you're going through a tower moment, all right? We have to welcome it. It's like I told my son. Sometimes, because he wanted this validation, he wanted this, like, yeah, you did a good job. I said sometimes changing things is just letting them take the credit. Sometimes just let them have the credit, all right? As long as it gets done. You got it? As long as it gets done. You're not always going to give the validation, the praise. You're not always going to get it, okay? Sometimes just let them get the credit as long as it gets done, all right? There's something more beautiful happening for you. All 12 zodiac signs. What's the news for today? And you can carry this energy with you. And this deck here, let me get the bottom of these are new. These are new. And this deck is full of realism, love, drama, warnings, lust, haters. We all have haters. We love haters. And all the juicy blank tea that you can use. All right. Any related issues to karmic situations, family situations, love relationships, or what they call the twin flame. Okay. If you're here choosing one side, you're going to miss it. All right. Don't choose neither. All right. If it's not this, it's bad. No, it's both. So you get a lucky break for you, Leo. Good fortune, good things coming and a turning point for you, Leo, because of course not only is the sun in your house, you also have Mercury. Okay? And so you got good luck coming in. All right? So take that energy. You could be at the right place at the right time. Play some lucky numbers. All right, good things coming. Some special gifts. Aries, spilling the beans, Aries. There's gonna be a secret that's gonna be revealed to you. The cat's out of the bag, an untrustworthy person. And you could carry this to the whole week, Aries, because we have Mercury again. It could be baby's father, because remember that when Mercury goes into the fifth house, that brings lovers that we have children with, okay? Or it could be a Leo, all right? When Mercury goes, you got to understand when Mercury goes here. Or somebody might feel that they have feelings. Something today is going to be revealed to you, period, the end, all right? This is why we have the tower here. Taurus, penny pinching, financial struggles, saving up, and budgeting. These are going to be the things for you. All right? Pay yourself first. All right? This could mean something else. All right? But, you're all about the Hierophant. Your money secure in, banks. Just bank. Working out, unless you're working in a bank here. All right? Because you got to understand your energy. And that's your money is secure with spending strategic here. So becoming more strategic here, Taurus, spending and because your energy, the Hierophant, is a structure and guided by tradition, authority is less about flashy and risky buys and more about long-term security, learning and doing what proven to work. Okay, all right. So that's for Taurus. Rebound. I can see this. I don't know why they put this like that. Flight. Temporary options on unpredictable intentions. Flighty. Gemini, you could be a flighty. All right, you're very unpredictable in your interactions, and it says here, flighty, temporary options. All right. So if you're on the rebound, that's everything's temporary anyway. Okay, make a decision here. But when you're on the rebound, try not to lead nobody on. All right. Be honest. Right. Give yourself time to process, to heal. All right. You got to understand that we have to learn how to sit with sadness, because sadness is going to allow you to process those feelings. All right. Remember, the feeling is in the mind and your awareness is in the body. The heart is a whole different tool. Okay. That you have to have heart and mind coherence. But the rebound, if you're on the rebound, or you might meet somebody that's on the rebound, all right, don't make no quick decisions there. All right. Don't force no big changes right away. All right. Take things slow. And if you're on the rebound, Gemini, take time and spend time with yourself. All right. Cancer cleansing. Cancer detox and get rid of those negative energy, purification. All right. The cleanse, Cancer, the cleanse. Leo, we already started with you. We're going into Virgo. Virgo, there is courtship, Virgo, wine and dine, consistently dating, romance and passion. Ooh-wee. There's wine glasses here. This might go into the end of the week, or this could you be celebrating with family, but you got courtship here, wine and dine here. Yay. Let's go ahead to Libra. Libra, heart to heart. Deep conversations, intimate discussions, blunt and honest. All right? This could be you or your person. Have those conversations. Scorpio, frenemy, fake friends, two-faced, and hidden intentions. You got those frenemy, fake friends. All right. Fake friends. New boo for you, new love, learning each other, flirtation, Sagittarius. You got a new boo, there's a new love, and or you could be learning each other and flirting with your person, all right? Capricorn, supersize me, doing too much, excessive, and overindulging. All right, be careful. All right, you're doing too much, excessive, and overindulging. All right. Let's go to Aquarius. Aquarius, honeymooning, love on the brain, talking often and feeling all the feelings. Honeymooning. Oh, good for you. All right, maybe you're out on vacation. Enjoy it. And Pisces. Pisces, this doesn't surprise me. Look at this. Sweat up, Pisces. Head over heels with the Tower card. And falling in love, intense emotions. Okay? What is this? What? And so that's what's the news. Oh, man, I love these cards. That's what's the news. Somebody could be sweat bombing, sweating up, head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. All right? This is when that Tower shows up. It could be you. It could be somebody. She got a lighter. You might be burning some stuff here. All right. Anyway, I'm just gonna read the. I just read the message. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. If you're going through a significant change or disruption, but the exact meaning, right? It depends on your life, what you got going on. If you're leaving, if your lifestyle's changing, are you relocating, changing your career, your living situation, ending an old routine, and rebuilding your life, clearing out the old, making way for the new. All right. I wanted to go into the judgment card, but it didn't come out. I wanted to talk about. Let me see if I got 20 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go another 20 minutes. How to know that if I'm a judgmental person? All right. A lot of times we're not aware of our judgments, and we're not even aware of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The Lovers card didn't come out, and having unity consciousness, because there are two great systems in the body, and the tree of life, which is the arterial roots in the heart, and the arterial lines in the hands. Gemini rules the hands. The nervous system, which has roots in the brain. These two trees are in the physical manifestation of a complicated network. All right, I'm going to bring some heavy stuff here. All right. The trees represent a connection to the earth, which is below and where we come from, right? Sending gratitude for all of you. Thank you. You have a strong connection, and I'm giving us freely. Thank you. You are a blessing as well. All right. When we understand that true, that our soul's path, all right, and understanding the tree, the sacred connection to, right, ancient connection, and we're just gonna leave it there. And when we look at the tree of life, our roots, universal tree, the map for your soul, spiritual representations, and the levels of creation and evolution as a human species. What is to really, truly the magic, all right, in our human species, right? To understand that. Yeah. So let's see here. Judgment. I'm going to talk about the judgment, and then I'm going to leave. I think I'm going to be done. Let's see here. I think I'm going to save a lot of this. 8 types of family members. All right. Ways of knowing if you're a judgmental person. Hello. Hello, mom. Hello, son. Hello, daughter. So, ways to know that you're a judgmental person, okay? That you're a judgmental person, even if you frame it as being, I was just saying things. I was just being honest, right? Let's be real. None of us like to think that we're being real. We're being judgmental, right? So if you're constantly measuring people, maybe how they dress or how they apparent or what kind of car they drive, all right? Or whether their house is put together, all right? Or how they hold themselves, what they eat, their job. If you find yourself mentally scoring people good or bad, successful, lazy, real, classy, trashy. You're not being observant. You're being judgmental. I'm gonna hit you with some stuff that's gonna make you be like, "Wow, I didn't know that." A lot of us are aware of it, and that is so bad. And when I realized that about myself, I was like, "Wow, I really gotta change." This is the one that stopped me dead in my tracks. All right, I really gotta change. I told myself, tell myself that. All right. So I was like, "Wow, okay." If you find yourself quickly labeling people, all right, if you label people, that is considered mental laziness. Dress up as certainty, okay? All right, I don't know if you're ready for this. All right, let me leave this for some other day. Yeah, this is. I don't think I'm ready for this. I'm gonna bring this later on. Yeah. Ooh, I'm getting hot here. Let me get out of here. All right, guys. So let's see what else I got. What can I leave this life with? Black awareness, couple of universe, quantum physics, everything simulation. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm hot. I'm starting to sweat. I'll see you guys in about 4 hours. Okay. Calm for you versus them. We're gonna see your energy, their energy. I'm gonna go each zodiac sign. All right. Well, hopefully I get back. I think yesterday I got into Taurus. I think Taurus. So that thing I'm gonna go. Gemini. Yeah, I'm up to Gemini. All right. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys. Have a blessed day. Be filled with peace. Bye.